Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Elizabeth DeRoba. A man has been taken into custody in Plymouth after police say he spit on officers. According to Plymouth Borough Police, officers executed a search warrant on Thursday, June 12th at 50 Center Avenue in Plymouth. The search warrant was stemming from an investigation into an alleged shooting that took place on May 8th. While executing the search warrant, officers say they were met with non-compliance and hostility by the resident, 18-year-old Michael Haskins. Police say Haskins was arrested due to his actions inside the residence, which included fighting with officers, spitting in their face, and calling them pigs. Haskins has been charged with aggravated assault, resisting arrest, simple assault, possession of drug paraphernalia, and harassment in connection with the incident. The West Hazleton Fire Department responded to a motor vehicle crash in the area of Washington Avenue and B Street on Saturday. According to officials, the car had crashed into a pole near the intersection. Multiple patients were treated at the scene and transported by Lehigh Valley EMS. The roadway was temporarily closed as crews worked to neutralize fluids from the crash and clear the area. The roadway has since reopened. Hazleton Public Transit has announced that they will be offering free rides on Thursday, June 19th. The free rides are in honor of National Dump the Pump Day. Dump the Pump Day is a public awareness day that emphasizes how public transportation can help individuals save money and protect the environment. During the event, Hazleton Public Transit will be offering free rides to the public all day on all the routes. Coming up on WYLN News, the Hazleton Elks celebrate Flag Day with a special ceremony. Plus, the deadline to apply for Camp Aspire is rapidly approaching. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
Brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network and Jefferson Health. Investing in your well-being and building healthier communities because more expertise and convenient care mean better outcomes and a healthier you. Learn more at lvhn.org/Jefferson.
My name is Ellie and tomorrow's going to be rainy.
We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today. If you're looking for an affordable pre-owned car or truck, Cheers Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, dependable, and quality vehicles. Stop in at 610 North Broad Street in West Hazleton, 570-454-7229. Cheers is proud to be celebrating 70 years in business. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Welcome back to WYLN News. The Hazleton Elks held a ceremony on Saturday to commemorate Flag Day. Flag Day is celebrated annually on June 14th to commemorate the adoption of the American flag by the Second Continental Congress in 1777. Local veterans and local scouts took part in the ceremony, and PA State Representative Dane Watrow spoke at the event. In a Facebook post about the event, Watrow said Flag Day is an important day to honor the Stars and Stripes and to remember the ideals of freedom, independence, and unity that the flag represents. The deadline to apply for Camp Aspire is quickly approaching. Camp Aspire is a free 5-day support day camp for children who have been the victims of a crime, lost a parent, or reside in a high-risk area. The camp is run by the Hazleton City Police Department and is open to children between the ages of 7 and 14 from the Hazleton area. Police say the purpose of the camp is to provide campers with skills needed to help overcome future bad choices like drug use, violence, and other bad decisions. The camp will run from July 7th to July 11th at City View Park. To obtain a copy of the camp application, you can email Officer Jessica Sirkin at jsirkin@hazeltonpd.org. The deadline to apply is June 20th at 4:00 p.m. Only 40 applicants will be selected to attend. The Wright Center's Driving Better Health Mobile, Medical and Dental Unit is returning to Hazleton. The Full Care Mobile Clinics will be held at the Hazleton Area School District Administration Building from 10:00 a.m. to 2:00 p.m. on Tuesday, June 17th, Wednesday, June 18th, and Tuesday, June 24th. The administration building is located at 1515 West 23rd Street in Hazel Township. An additional clinic will also be held on Wednesday, June 25th at the Hazleton Integration Project, located at 225 East 4th Street in Hazleton. The clinics are open to the public, but appointments are required. Services offered by the Mobile Medical and Dental Unit include school and sports physicals, vaccinations, and well visits. To schedule an appointment, you can call 570-230-0019. Routine vaccinations are also available to the general public during the clinics on a walk-in basis. Individuals under the age of 17 must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Guests are asked to bring identification and insurance cards. Coming up on Danville's News Choice, we check in with Luzerne County Manager Romilda Crocomo on Crocomo's County Report. Plus, Chris Fulmer leads us down the path through history with Shamokin, Part 1. And stay right here on WYLN. We'll be right back.
Lehigh Valley Health Network is now proudly part of Jefferson Health. And when two healthcare leaders come together for the community, you can expect more. More access, more doctors, more convenience. Jefferson Health and Lehigh Valley Health Network. together for the future of care.
Attention, WYLN viewers! WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network. Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green-lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming, it's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
WYLN TV 35 is expanding and is on the hunt for a dynamic salesperson to join our vibrant team. If you've got the passion and the drive, we want to hear from you. Send your resume to the email displayed on your screen. Don't miss this great opportunity.
This week on Let's Talk Chiropractic, Nicole Bookman and our star Damien is going to explain why the birth process could be traumatizing to the baby and how a chiropractic adjustment is safe, gentle, and maybe every baby should get a chiropractic analysis just to see if their neck's in alignment. Watch the show.
Welcome back to Caroccamo's County Report. I'm joined as always with Luzerne County Manager Ramelda Carocamo. Ramelda, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good. Very warm week we have right here. So.
Warm week, you know, rain, of course, for the weekend, but we'll take the sunny days when we can get them.
Yep, always got to appreciate when we have the sunshine.
That's right. That's right.
I know today you wanted to share with us something about one of your colleagues who recently received an award. Very exciting for them.
Right, one of our staff members, she received an award in Harrisburg. I went with her on Tuesday. It is the event was hosted by the Pennsylvania Environmental Council, and the awards were through the Department of Environmental Protection and the Department of Conservation and Natural Resources. Beth Donardi, she works for the county, and it was her efforts that we reconstituted a building that we had, and it is the greenest building in Luzerne County. It really is. I'm very proud of that building. It also has a state-of-the-art media center, and she was recognized by the state for her efforts, and she does a great job, and it was a wonderful evening, and very proud of her and the building.
Very nice. And is that an award that they give out every year to different recipients?
Yes, it's awards that are given out every year. So on the way back, we talked about plans of what we're going to do to get another award next year.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hoping to keep our fingers crossed that someone else can also be a recipient next year as well.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to repeat.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And definitely is for a good recognition there, just trying to find ways to be more aware of like how we affect the environment, and
absolutely
finding ways to make things just better for everyone
absolutely.
in the environment here in Luzerne County, but just I think in the totality of Pennsylvania,
Absolutely.
just to be a greener state.
Absolutely.
I know you also want to share with us, I guess, a reminder to our viewers about an upcoming public hearing for the Government Study Commission here in Luzerne County.
June 17th, the Government Study Commission will be having a public hearing. It will be in the operations building that actually received the award. So if you have time, you can drive up. It's in Wyoming and 44th. The property is in both jurisdictions. And you can also see it. We'll have it simulcast on our website as well. So the Government Study Commission is reviewing and will be recommending changes to our form of government. So you should be very aware of what their plans are. It will be on the ballot in November.
Yep, very nice. And for those interested in attending the event, both in person and virtually, will they get the opportunity to express their comments for the
Absolutely.
For the proposal?
That is the reason why we have those public hearings.
All right, sounds good. Well, definitely check out that public hearing if you get the chance to here in Luzerne County. And is there anything else you want to share with us this week, Romilda?
No, just I hope everybody is doing well and enjoying the nice weather, and make sure you keep your eyes open so that our kids are safe running their bikes and playing outside.
Absolutely. Well, as always, I want to thank Romilda for joining us here on Krugmo's County Report. We'll see you next time.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Something is out there. What it is, no one knows. However, since its first sighting, there have been numerous reports of strange lights in the night sky. Some say they are extraterrestrials, flying saucers. But to all of those seemingly unrelated uncertainties, there is one common thread.
Solo Spaceman.
Watch Solo Spaceman on WYLN Thursdays at 1:30, Saturdays at 7, and Sundays at 4:30. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969.
Hello, I'm WYLN historian Chris Fulmer. Pennsylvania's communities are filled with interesting history. Come with me as we discover the people, events, industries, and other historic facets of local towns.
My name is Ellie, and tomorrow we're going to be at Rainy.
A Path Through History is sponsored by the Old Jail Museum, 128 West Broad Street in Jim Thorpe. Call 570-325-5259 or visit them online at theoldjailmuseum.com.
Coal was a part of Shamokin's legacy from the very beginning. Its roots can be traced to coal speculators John Boyd and Ziba Bird, who found the community in 1835 while searching for anthracite in the area. Coal was first discovered in Shamokin Creek between what today is Spursheim and Clay Streets. Boyd mined 50 tons from the creek, loaded them into horse-drawn wagons, and transported to his farm near Danville, where it was loaded onto barges for transportation down the Susquehanna River to market in Columbia, Lancaster County. His and Bird's community originally went by the names Boydstone Quarry, Boydtown, and Newtown, but was eventually given the name Shamokin, derived from the Delaware tribal word shamunkink, meaning Eel Creek. The name had previously been given to the community of Sunbury, 17 miles to the west. Coal mining in Shamokin's Lower Gap area began in 1836, although it would be 1857 before the first colliery would be built. Known as the Cameron Colliery, it burned down in a fire in 1888, was rebuilt, reopened in 1890, subsequently renamed the Glenburn Colliery. It operated for 134 years, employed over 1,400 people at its peak, and pulled approximately 33.4 million tons of coal from the earth. Glenburn also operated as a tourist attraction after its closure from 1968 to 1977 and had the largest man-made coal bank in the world. The Glenburn Colliery was dismantled in 2000. Other collieries that operate over the years near Shamokin include the Henry Clay Colliery, in use from 1849 to 1933, the Bear Valley Colliery, operational from 1864 to 1939, and the Burnside Colliery, which processed coal from 1862 to 1935. Once mining began in Shamokin, the town started growing. The first store was opened in 1838 by brother-in-laws Jehu John and Elif Houseworth. Dr. Joseph Robbins would be the first doctor in town, and St. Edward's Catholic Church, also opened in 1838, would be the first house of worship for Shamokin residents. Iron manufacturing would also be a notable business in Shamokin in the community's early years. John Boyd and Ziba Bird would themselves open the Shamokin Iron Works in 1838. It was originally used to make stoves and hollowware. Other owners operated the foundry over the ensuing decades, which would later make steam engines. The Industrial Iron Works also pumped out materials in Shamokin. Owned for many years by William Brown, it made boilers, pumps, engines, and other mining equipment. Shamokin's sons would volunteer for Civil War service once the conflict broke out in 1861. Among them was George H. Cram, who had been born in town in 1838. A merchant before the war, Cram would be assigned to the Western Theater of Battle. He was wounded at Shiloh, but recovered, and soon be promoted to lieutenant colonel. He fought at this rank at Perryville, a battle that effectively captured Kentucky for the Union, and then at Stones River, otherwise known as the Battle of Murfreesboro by the Confederacy, where he was wounded a second time. Promoted to colonel of the 9th Kentucky in March 1863, he commanded the unit at Chickamauga and Chattanooga, where he was wounded a third time during the Union assault on Missionary Ridge, and then to the campaign to capture Atlanta. Cram would be promoted to brigadier general by the war's end, and after the conflict he would serve in Galveston and then Nebraska. George Cram died in 1872. Another Shamokin native made his name in the war's Eastern Theater at Petersburg. Sergeant Henry Reese served in Company F of the 48th Pennsylvania under the command of Colonel Henry Pleasants. It was Pleasants' idea to dig a mine underneath the Confederate position and load it with explosives, hopefully then blowing a massive hole in the southern position. When the fuse was lit on the morning of July 30th, 1864, nothing happened at first, however. Reese and Lieutenant Jacob Dowdy volunteered to go into the mine and check, and they subsequently found the fuse had burned out at a splice point. They relit it and ran out as fast as they could, reaching the mine's exit seconds before the gunpowder exploded. While the subsequent Union attack on the Battle of the Crater would be a failure, Reese's heroism in relaying the fuse would earn him plaudits. After the war, he would be Shamokin's first police chief and served 2 terms as mayor. He also ran a hotel in Shamokin that was visited once by Wild Bill Hickok. Henry Reese died in 1893 and rests today in Shamokin Cemetery. Railroads started to spread across America in the mid-1800s. In Shamokin, the Danville and Pottsville Railroad would reach town in 1854. It would eventually be bought out by the Lehigh Valley Railroad under the umbrella of its subsidiary, the North Central Railroad. Later, the Philadelphia and Reading Railroad would also run through Shamokin, as too would the Pennsylvania Railroad. Soon all the line's tracks would reach far into Pennsylvania and beyond, taking Shamokin's coal to consumers. And it would be the railroads that would bring Shamokin into the national spotlight in 1877 as waves of strikes swept across America. The unrest began in Martinsburg, West Virginia on July 14, 1877, triggered by national railroad czars cutting their workers' wages by 10% or more. In the Shamokin area, Philadelphian rank President Franklin Gowan, infamous for his efforts to break the alleged Molly Maguires, had joined in his contemporaries' crusade, lowering his employees' wages by as much as 15% and firing any rail workers that went on strike. Despite the drop in wages, he and other railroad executives reaped the benefits of higher profits, even in the middle of a steep recession. Thus, conditions were ripe for an explosion in Shamokin. And on July 24th, things would come to a head in the town, beginning with a strike declared by miners of Big Mountain Colliery, some of whom had not eaten well in 3 weeks. The ranks swelled by the following afternoon when a large crowd made a demand for either work or food at Union Hall on Rock Street. A committee was appointed from among the crowd to bargain with town council, who agreed to give them street work for $1 a day. When the committee returned with the offer, however, the crowd rejected it. From there, they marched down to the P&R Railroad station on Independence and Shamokin streets, where they smashed the station's windows and emptied the building and freight cars packed outside of everything valuable. Panicked, Mayor William Doughty, himself a mine owner, raised a citizens' militia and moved to head off the rioters. They ordered the crowd to disperse, and when the rioters refused, the militia opened fire on them, wounding 12 marchers and killing 2 innocent bystanders. The mayoral militia retook control of the railroad station, although the rioters tore up the tracks outside town as they retreated. In the aftermath of what became known as the Shamokin Uprising, several of the mob's leaders would be tried for rioting and receive prison sentences, lasting several months. The Great Railroad Strike would be crushed by force elsewhere across the nation in the subsequent weeks as well, delivering organized labor a harsh setback for the time.
My name is Ellie, and tomorrow's gonna be rainy.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.